people. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Liverpool in for Andre. Apparently sent a bid. Apparently been rejected. Are Liverpool go by anyone else this summer? Let's talk about it. Yes, guys, good morning. Welcome back to the show. I hope you're all doing really well this morning. Big up to everyone who's here already. Sorry I'm late, guys. I don't know if you guys have had the same problem this morning, but all my Google accounts must have updated overnight or something like that, and I had to try and remember all my logins. So it's been a nightmare this morning. I don't know if everyone's had the same thing. But yeah, apparently Google must have updated all their policies overnight and all that. So as soon as I don't know if everyone's had the same problem. Let me know in the chat if you've had the same sort of issue this morning. But yeah, I had to log into all my Google accounts again. Yeah, Google must have updated or something overnight. So I had to go. I put YouTube on straight away, and they had all a new thing up. You had to accept. Then I had to log in. Then I had to try to remember my login because I never log out of these things for years, so I had to remember everything. Oh, big up everyone though. And then I had to log back into my StreamYard account to go live. So yeah, everyone's had the same problem, yeah. Awesome. Has everyone had the same problem today? Put a 1 in the chat if you've had the same problem today with your Google accounts having to log back in today to everything. I had to log back into Twitter. Especially if you're on your computer, because you have to log back into everything. So I had to log back into Twitter. I remember that. I had to log back into YouTube. I had to log back into StreamYard. It's been a nightmare. Morning, James. All about value of our club. Big up to everyone in the chat. Yeah, it's been a nightmare, man. Been a nightmare. Yeah, a couple of you have had that today as well. Yeah. I hate it when they do that, man, because I have to remember everything. So, guys, big up to everyone. Right, Andre, let me just find all the stuff up because Google's updated everything. I've lost all my stuff, so I've got to find it all again. Yeah, absolute nuisance. Absolute nuisance. Right, let's see if I can find all my stuff now. So. Oh, look, I had Twitter on dark mode, and now it's gone into daylight mode again. Oh, it does my head in. It really does. So yeah, apparently, so this is overnight from ESPN Brazil. Apparently, so apparently Liverpool had a 30 million bid rejected by Andre by Fluminense, and the feeling is the club will not return for the midfielder in January. Now this got me like, what? So first of all, apparently Liverpool had a 30 million bid rejected by the football club. Now I don't blame Fluminense. They got they're right in the middle of their important season. They got a couple of Fedoras going on right now, which they feel like they can win. He's an important player for them, so they never wanted to lose them. Apparently, there is a release clause on him. I think it's like £36 million or something, And if Liverpool activate that, then he can go this summer. But Liverpool bidding 30 million for him. I think it's $30 million as well. And Fluminense rejected that deal. But the thing that gets me here, it says there's a feeling that the club will not return in for him in January. Now, we've been led to believe that Liverpool Football Club really want Andre and have been actually scouting him in South America. So it's and all of a sudden we have a 30 million bid for him this summer, where we know Fluminense don't want to let him go right now because they're in the middle of their season. They got important things going on, so they don't really want to get him go now. They said he can have him in January. If you come back in January, we can do business. But Liverpool try to do business now, apparently, if these rumours are to be true, with a $30 million bid. But it got turned down, and their club don't want to go back into him in January. That's the thing that worries me. The club are not going to go back in January. Now, these reports could be misunderstood, cross communication, all that sort of stuff. So I'm not sure on this one, guys. Let me know in the chat what you think. I personally feel like he's a player that Liverpool been scouting. It's obvious Liverpool been scouting him. I believe they sent a couple of scouts to go and watch him for the last few weeks as well. So if that's the case, and we really like him, why aren't we buying him? Now, what's going on at the club at the moment? We're doing everything out in the open as well. Liverpool never used to be like this. Liverpool never used to be so out in the open with their transfers like we are right now. What's going on at our football club, guys? What is going on at our football club? We've become really arrogant as well, which I hate. I don't like our arrogance right now. I ain't gonna lie. I think we're being arrogant. I think we're going in for players thinking, oh, we're Liverpool. We're going to bully you and get what we want in a transfer. We tried to do that with Southampton. Now it looks like we're trying to do that with Fluminense. I think it's arrogance. I don't like it, guys. I really don't. I don't know what's happened to us. I don't mind. Look, Liverpool, whatever you say about our transfer business in the past, and we might not buy enough players and things like that, and that's fair enough. But when we do go in for players, we usually get the deal done. We don't usually hang about getting transfers done when we do go in for players. But this summer's been a joke, like an absolute joke. Apart from Szoboszlai, that was under, like, no one knew about. We just went and done that transfer. The McAllister one was a bit in the open. Szoboszlai was done the old-fashioned way Liverpool used to do all the time. No one knew about it. We went and done the deal, and then straight away on Twitter and social media, that's when Liverpool told everyone. And that's the way we used to do it all the time. But everything's out in the open now. The Lavia stuff, like going for Lavia, was so... we put it out there all the time. Yeah, we're going for Lavia. We're doing this. We're doing that. And it's like, no, this is not out. This is not the football club I know. It's a bit of a mess at the moment. Bit of a mess. Big up ends in the chat. You're doing well, man. And Billy Hogan as well, doing the Casado thing. It's like one person is meant to be doing the job, yeah? And we've got many people doing many jobs. Everyone, we've got too many cooks in the kitchen, and they're all cooking different meals for one person. And then he's meant to pick what meal's his favourite. That's what that looks like what's happening at the moment. It's madness to me. Absolute madness. You got Liverpool pursuing Lavia all summer. Liverpool pursuing Lavia all summer, right? And it's very public transfer. It's out in the public all summer. And Southampton have an asking price around 50 million for Lavia. You meet that, you get Lavia. Simple as that. And Liverpool lowballing Southampton a few times, trying to bully their way into buying Lavia for their price. But Southampton standing their ground, and rightfully so, because he's their player. And then out of nowhere, Billy Hogan, who's the CEO of Liverpool Football Club, he's the CEO, man. And he went and go, I tell you what, yeah, this Lavia deal's not working. I'm going to go and try and buy Casado. Like, what the hell? Like, yeah, okay, that's fine, but I thought we were after Lavia here. What? Like, Southampton just want 50 million for Lavia, and we're giving stupid little low ball offers, and then our CEO goes and offers 110 million for Casado. So what's going on? And they make that so public. But they make that really public as well, and everything everything's so public and out in the open at the moment with Liverpool Football Club for transfers. And then that doesn't happen with a Casado deal. Then we go back to Lavia, but Lavia feels hurt because Liverpool forgot about him. And then that transfer goes out the window. And you're like, what we doing? And then Liverpool do something secretly again and go and get Endo out of nowhere. So Wataru Endo came out of nowhere. And it's a transfer that Liverpool do. You know, these transfers, Dominic Szoboszlai came out of nowhere and Wataru Endo came out of nowhere. That's the way Liverpool usually do transfer business, right? Them deals come out of nowhere. But the public deals, so it makes me feel like, right? So this is what makes me feel now, right? McAllister sort of like kept under wraps a little bit, but I think people really knew, but it was kept under wraps a bit. Szoboszlai, no one knew. Wataru Endo, no one knew. You look at them free transfers, that's pretty much how Liverpool do their business, yeah? None of this public sharing crap. So I'm going to say something now. Maybe we never wanted Lavia and Casado in the first place. And they're all smoke screens to get the players we really wanted. I'm just going to put it out there. I'm just going to put it out there because it makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me. Think about how we do business, guys. Think about how we've been doing business. Public transfers for Casado, really public, in the intention of everyone for Casado and Lavia. Not in the public, really. McAllister, Szoboszlai, and Wataru Endo. You tell me what transfers were done correctly and what transfers weren't. I'm just confused. I might be making shit up here. I don't know. I'm just really confused by it all right now about the way the club is run at the moment. And it's a confusing one for me. It really is. And probably for you fans, for all us fans as well. For you guys in the chat, I'm sure you're all confused about what we're doing at the moment. Club's a bit of a mess and he's sorting. There's no doubt about that. Big up to Ends. Ends, you don't have to send super chats, my man. You know that. Big up to you, my man. Bless up, Jamie. Keep up the great work. Really like these morning shows. Big up, man. Also, who do you think we're getting as the next midfielder? Bless up the chat. Yeah, big up, Ends, man. Yeah, go and support Ends, guys. Don't forget, go and subscribe to him. Go and check out his shop and his merchandise as well. Ends, if you want, put a link. Ends, if you want, put a link in the chat for your shop and all that, man. Put a link in the chat for your shop and all that, and yeah, we get that sorted. Big up to you, my man. Yeah, make sure you go and check Ends out, guys. Yeah, appreciate the morning shows. Yeah, I love doing these morning shows. I can get a show out every day then, and yeah, it's just I'm liking it. I am liking these morning shows. So next midfielder, I think we will buy someone in. I'm just hoping Liverpool do it in that secretive transfer manner that Liverpool used to do things. You know what I mean? And not so public. You know, just get a transfer done, get a midfielder in. I don't think it's going to be a DM though. I think Wataru Endo is our DM for the season, and so Stefan Bajcetic. I think that we need another number 8, in my opinion. Just another number 8. But big up to you, man. Big up to you. Yeah, big up to everyone in the chat, though. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. I really appreciate you always joining me these early morning shows. Really do. Guys, again, sorry for the lateness this morning, but Google was playing up. Some of you might have had the same problems today already, especially if you're on your home computer. I think with tablets and mobile phones, it's all right. But I think if you're on your main computer, yeah, Google updated overnight and you had to log back into all your Google accounts. So, yeah, that was fun. That was fun trying to remember every single bloody password. Yeah, that was a fun morning. But yeah, big up to all of you guys. Much love for you all being here. Big up Sheba. Is anyone else sick of hearing all Nunez hate? We need to get behind him. Yeah, don't hate the player, man. That's the thing with Darwin. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Do you know what I mean? Don't hate the player, hate the game. Look, Darwin will get his chances this season. It's 2 games into the year. Do I think Darwin suits Liverpool? Probably not. But that's not Darwin's fault. That's the game's fault. You know what I mean? That's the club's fault. The system doesn't suit him. It's the system. No, we looked at a striker and bought him and didn't think if he fits our system or not. It's madness. But I like Darwin Nunez, and he's a squad player at the moment. And that's what he is. That's what he is. Doesn't matter. We need depth in our side. We keep moaning about not having squad depth, and in the front line we got squad depth. So he'll get his chance, and when he gets his chance, Darwin Nunez, what he's got to do is make sure he takes it. Simple as that. And if he takes it, he'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Ends knows, man. I hate the game. Exactly. Don't hate the player, hate the game, man. Frankie, transfer window has been like a Jeremy Cole show. Do you remember the Jeremy Cole show? Oh, yeah, like I think like the Endo stuff, guys. Like with Tara Endo, let's just get behind him. Let's get behind him. He's a Liverpool player now. Seems like a great guy. Let's just get behind him. It's not his fault, right? If he's not good enough for Liverpool, it's not his fault, is it, guys? It's Liverpool's fault. Yeah, so let's get behind him, see what he can do. He could be a decent player, guys. We don't know. As we know, we don't really know much about him anyway. That's why this transfer came to a shock to everyone. That's why we was all doing our research when he got signed and who is this guy. Let's go and check him out and look at his stats and all that. Look, if you look at Wataru Endo's stats on paper, they're actually pretty good. I ain't gonna lie, his stats are pretty good for a defensive midfielder. Now, if he can apply them onto the pitch for Liverpool Football Club, then we've probably got a nice little player there. But I can understand everyone wanting something different. I really do, because it's the world we live in right now. But let's get behind the guy. Let's see what he can do. I don't want to see no hate towards Wadaro Endo, because it ain't his fault. The man's dreams come true. He's sitting there playing in Germany for Stuttgart, and all of a sudden, big old Liverpool come walking in. We want you, son. He can't believe it. Telling the wife, telling the kids, telling the mum, telling the dad, I'm off. My dreams have come true. So it ain't his fault, is it? If it doesn't work out, it's the club's fault. The club have let him down, and the club have let us down, if that's the case. So let's get behind Endo. Let's get behind Endo. I want to see more. I'm not telling you guys to be positive, because that's not my job, and it's up to you to be positive or whatever you want to be. But let's just get behind the bloke, yeah. Let's get behind the fella, and he's a Liverpool player now. Yeah, let's just do that. It's not his fault if he ain't good enough. Do you know what I mean? Just like it's more like Jerry's finger. Just Endo is not enough. Yeah, look. We've got Endo and Stefan Bajcetic are our defensive midfield options going into this season. I think Jurgen Klopp really likes Stefan Bajcetic. I think he likes him. I don't think he wants to, but he trusts his Endo guys straight away. Look, Wataru Endo came on against 10 men at home against Bournemouth without really no training sessions or anything like that. So that doesn't tell you that Klopp trusts him, man. He's here for the long term. He got a contract till 2027, guys. Liverpool gave him a contract till 2027, and he's 30. If that don't tell you that this club actually rate him and like him and are confident in him, I don't know what else will, guys. This weren't a panic signing in Liverpool's eyes. It might be a panic signing in a fan's eyes, but in Liverpool's eyes, this was a signing they wanted. That's why I'm saying, was the Wataru Endo, the Szoboszlai and the McAllister, were they transfers that Liverpool wanted because they were done undercover. No public announcements, no public things. You know, they were just, oh, here we go, we're buying them, bang, there you go. Sado, Lavia, Andre, all these transfers that Liverpool apparently linked with, all done in the public and not being done. The transfers that have been in the public so far, Casado, Lavia, and this Andre lad, these have been highly public transfers. None of them have been completed. The three that went under the radar, that I know we knew about McAllister, but I think we already knew we're going to buy him from the bloody World Cup, to be fair. But you know, they were undercover and done like that. They were done so quick and easy. You know, straight away, deal done. A transfer was done within 24 hours. So the ones undercover have all been bought. The ones that are done publicly have not been bought. I'll let you give your mind up on that. Tells me that Liverpool got the players they wanted. Tells me that Liverpool got the players they wanted, to be fair. What do I think about Andre? I don't know. Look, I'm not going to sit here and pretend. I'm with Ends on this. Like Ends says this on his channel as well. Big up Ends, man. Like we're not sitting there. I'm not sitting there watching Brazilian football every weekend. I just ain't. Look, I watch the Premier League because that's the league my football team's in, and the league we all probably watch. And I'm not watching all Premier League teams every single week to work out their players either. So I ain't watching a lot of Brazilian football. I ain't gonna lie. You know, does anyone watch Brazilian football? The only Brazilian football I watch is when they play World Cups, man. I don't really go and watch, you know, a lot of Brazilian football. I ain't got enough time in my bloody day, my busy day, to watch Brazilian football. All I've seen is highlight packages of what people have put up online about him. That's all I've seen, and he looks like a decent player in highlight packages. What I've seen, but it's easy to make anyone look good in highlight packages. You know what people talk about him, like Brazilian journalists like Tim Vickery and stuff like that. What they talk about him, you know, the way they speak about him, he sounds a bit like a Thiago-like footballer, but he also sounds a bit like a Mascherano. He's like a Mascherano-Thiago hybrid. You know, he's quite a dog. He's like a pit bull, but then he's got like that Thiago flair. That is what most people, how they talk about him. So when I hear that and read his stats and the little highlights I've seen about him, yeah, he looks like a decent prospect and a decent future buy. But that's all I know, and I think that's probably about all any of us know. But Liverpool must rate him because they've made this transfer really public that they're going for him, and apparently put a £30 million bid in for him, or a $30 million bid in for him that got turned down. And the rumor is this is from ESPN Brazil, by the way. So this is from ESPN Brazil, and ESPN Brazil are now saying that Liverpool will not go back in for him in January because we got a bit of $30 million deal turned down in the summer. Don't make sense. Like, why wouldn't we go back in for him in January when we've already been told that it'd be cheaper in January? And you know, and where the Liverpool are concerned, they saw Alvarez from South America go to Man City for something like 14 or 17 million quid. You know, the reason a lot of people are going and looking over at South America now for footballers is because you cut out the middleman and you can get players pretty cheap. So Liverpool are probably, in my opinion, go to wait till January. I don't think the ESPN report from Brazil is all that correct. I think Liverpool will go back in January because back in January, Liverpool can pick him up quite cheaply, apparently, for like 20 million quid. So if that's the case, I think Liverpool wait till January and he becomes a January transfer. Look, you got to remember as well, if we buy him this summer, I think by January his season is over. Like he'd be over, his season's over by January. Well, you got to remember at the moment, I think he's played something like 30 games already this season. So he's going to be shattered. So maybe Liverpool just go back in for him in January, in my opinion. But yeah, it's hard. It's very hard to work out who to believe now with these journalists and ITKs and all that online. You know, as a football content creator, like Ends himself, like Coppish, like Monts and Big Sixpence, like James Redburn, all these great guys with their shows. Yeah, we're all Liverpool content creators, and what we do, we try and bring you good content. We try and bring you the news and what's going on. So we will read things from journalists online. We will bring you that news, and sometimes the news is not always going to be right, guys. Sometimes the news is not always going to be right. But we try and bring you the best news we possibly can. And at the moment, this is the news I can find online that apparently some sources, especially ESPN Brazil, quite a top tier source, I would say, are saying we had a bid rejected and we're not going back in January. Now, that could be lost in communication there. I think Liverpool would go back in January. I think that's what it was meant to mean. Hopefully, that's what I'm thinking. But we'll see, guys. We'll see. Big up Rishi with a super chat. Says talking sense. Big up Rishi. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, if you are new to the channel, guys, please go and smash the subscribe button. I would appreciate it. We're on our way to 5K. Don't forget to hit the like button as well. More likes on the video helps the algorithm on the channel, helps more people see us. So make sure you go and smash that like button as well. I would really appreciate it. And don't forget to go and see my man there, Ensman TV. Go and subscribe to his channel as well. He's a great guy. Go and do that as well. But yeah, smash that like button, guys. Helps the channel. If you always get over 100 likes, it does help the channel's growth. So make sure you hit that like button. I would appreciate it. Go and smash that like button up. Edgar says, so true, me too. I only watch the club I love and follow results. Yeah, look, I watch a lot of football. Well, I think we all watch a lot of football. But, we follow Liverpool. If you're a Liverpool fan, you go watch Liverpool every weekend as your first choice, when they're on, you go, what? If Liverpool are not on till Sunday and there's like 3 live Saturday games, you'll watch them because you love football as well, like I do. So Liverpool don't play till Sunday at 4:30. So I'm going to watch the 2 Saturday games and the Sunday game before that game. So that's 3 games I'm going to watch live. I'm going to watch them and then I'll watch. But if a Liverpool game's on, our attention's always going to be on Liverpool. But watching other clubs from other countries apparently every weekend, if you've got time for that in your life, go for it, man. If you've got time for it in your life, go for it. I'd love to do that. Well, I'm a husband and a dad and I do this and full time and I ain't got time to do any of that. But I would love to be in my 20s sitting there with nothing else to do in my life and just watch all football all weekend and not worry about anything. I'd absolutely love that. But I haven't got time to do that. Morning, Colin. How you doing? Morning, Jay. In my opinion, they were only made public because of Chelsea. Yeah, I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping. Yeah. Dana says, I'll be lying if I said I'm nervous for a game against Newcastle. Yeah, Newcastle game's going to be interesting. And for on the channel, guys, Friday afternoon at 5 o'clock, we have got James Redmond on the channel, guys. So make sure you are tuning in on Friday at 5 o'clock for the Liverpool Newcastle match preview. You got myself and James Redmond on the channel. We've got Ben from Anfield Talk as well. So make sure you are joining me on Friday for that. It should be an excellent show. James Redmond himself is coming over to the channel. So make sure you come over and watch that on Friday for the match preview. Angel says, Jamie, in your Newcastle preview, you're doing Newcastle kind of 11 and see who's the best players in each position. Hang on, let me write that down. Let me find a bit of paper first. I will write that down, my man. I will write that down. If I can find any paper, that is. I use. I've got a bit of cardboard there. There you go. I can do that, yeah. Combined 11, yeah. I'll write this down so I can remember it. All right. Combined 11 LFC versus Newcastle. Okay, all done, man. I've got that noted down. Yeah, that'd be a fun one to do. I don't usually like doing combined 11s because it gets people get really people get really upset when you do combined 11s because it depends how you look at it. But yeah, I'll give it a go. Uh, Kevo says sign the lad, give what they want, get them settled in quicker the better. Um, Paul says you are the best watched other Cockney Reds. Paul, so you're saying I'm all right for a Cockney Red? Is that what you're saying, Paul? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Yeah, I'm a Southern guy, but don't forget that. Look, I'm a Southern guy, but I've supported Liverpool for 30 odd years, guys. I'm 42 years of age. I've been supporting Liverpool properly since I was around 10 years of age. My dad's a massive Liverpool fan. That's how I become a Liverpool fan. So since I was around 10, I really took football seriously, and I sat and watched football with my dad and watched Liverpool with my dad from about 10 years of age till even now. And I'm 42 now. So yeah, that's I've been watching Liverpool a long time. It's my love. But if you're saying I'm one of the better Cockney Reds, big up, Paul. I appreciate it. I'm taking that as what you're saying. Big up, Liz, in the chat. Hope you're doing well. Psychedetic says 100 likes minimum. He's exactly right. Get them likes up, man. Get them likes up. I'd appreciate it. Watching every game on TV. Love football. Yeah, big up, Paul. Big up. I'd love to be in my 20s again. So would I, man. So would I. Do you remember what it was like getting up? You could have 4 hours sleep and get up the next day, fresh as a daisy, go back to the pub, get on it again, go back home, have 4 hours sleep, get back up again, go to the pub, get on it. Yeah, it was amazing. Now, if I only have 4 hours sleep, it takes me 3 days to get over it. Yeah. Life's a drag in your 40s, man. I don't recommend it. No worries, Angel. I've got all that noted down now. So yeah, Angel, and if you're in the chat on Friday afternoon as well at 5 p.m. and I've not remembered, just send me a message. Just comment in the chat, mate, and I will and just remind me as well, and I will do that combined 11. In positive news, United are shite. Yeah. Yeah, United, man. Man United, man. I look. Oh, there you go. Paul's the Cockney Red as well. There you go. Big up, Paul. Big up, Paul, my man. Since 74. I love you, mate. Ah, excellent. Yeah, I think my dad was a Liverpool fan during the 70s as well. So, yeah, big up, Paul. Big up. Let's laugh at our rivals for a second. Man United. Let's just laugh at our rivals for a second to pick us up a little bit. So, look, Man United have spent Eric Ten Hag has spent over £400 million, and this is only the beginning of his second season. He has spent over £400 million, and this is only the start of his second season, and they're rubbish. And Man United fans always blame their owners, don't they? Oh, it's the owner's fault. They're not giving the manager enough money. What do you mean, not enough money? He just spent over £400 million. He's only been here 12 months. He's only been here 12 months and he spent over £400 million. How much money does he want? How about Man United fans do not want to blame Eric Ten Hag for anything. And you know why they don't want to blame Ten Hag for anything? Because they're clinging on to that last bit of hope that they got. They've had Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, an absolute disgrace of a manager that should have never been there. And now they've got Ten Hag, who apparently changed their ways and all that. And United fans will tell you, last season Ten Hag did a good job. Did he? Did he? You finished third or fourth or wherever it is you finished. I mean, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer finished second once behind Man City. I would say Solskjaer's done a better job than Ten Hag in his time because he finished second. Is it all like United lost 7-0 to us, and we weren't good last season. They lost 7-0 to us. We was not good last season. If Chelsea and Liverpool were better last season, United wouldn't have finished in the top four, in my opinion. I don't think they got a very good team. I look at their squad, and I'm not just saying this as a Liverpool fan. I don't think Man United got a very good team. I think their midfield's worse than ours in some ways. I think Mason Mount is a terrible bit of business. Bruno Fernandes is not a captain. Rory Jennings, right? Rory Jennings, literally on his channel, The Club. I don't know if anyone watches it. Said that Bruno Fernandes. I think he said this on TalkSport as well. That Bruno Fernandes is an elite footballer. He literally said that. He said he was an elite footballer. Elite. Elite. What are you watching, man? Where's the elite at? He's elite at moaning. No, there's no footballer more elite at moaning than Bruno Fernandes. Elite footballer. He said there ain't many elite footballers in the Premier League. There's probably 3 or 4, and Bruno Fernandes is one of them. I was like, you get paid for this. Like, Rory Jennings gets paid good money for his comments. It's just like, what are you doing? And then the Man United made him captain. And like, man, it's your own problem. It makes me laugh, man. Big up Redbird with the member 7-month chat there. The new 7 hug pressing is depressing. Big up, man. Big up. Big up. Bruno's a whining baby. He is. He's a clown, to be fair. Spent nearly 200 million on Anthony and Sancho for what exactly? And there's Liverpool fans that wanted Anthony at Liverpool, you know. There's Liverpool fans that wanted Anthony at Liverpool. And I've always said, even when he was at Ajax, I didn't see anything good about him. I didn't understand the Anthony hype even before he went to Man United. I don't think he's that good of a footballer. He's a winger. Go and look at his stats as a winger in attacking teams. They're not actually that good. Varane would make our bench. The rest wouldn't make the subs bench. Look, let's go through Man United's team. I'm going for a bit of positivity right now, so let's go through it. Onana, as Man United fans might say, Onana is nowhere near as good as Alisson. So Man United fans have got this. I don't know what it is, but United fans believe Onana's the second best keeper in the Premier League. I don't know where that confidence comes from. I really don't, but he's not touching Alisson. Varane, right now in his career, don't know if I'd have him in front of Kanate and Virgil in the team, but it is a maybe. Luke Shaw for Robbo, maybe have to toss up. I ain't having anyone over Trent. Casemiro, we haven't got a DM, although I don't think Casemiro is as good as everyone makes him out to be. Mason Mount and Bruno Fernandes, I wouldn't have. Look, Mason Mount and Bruno Fernandes are not getting in front of McAllister and Szoboszlai, so that ain't happening. And then our forward line, I'm not having Rashford in my team. He just runs in straight lines. I'm not having Rashford. Just runs in straight lines. That's all he does. Yeah, I don't think there's any United teams that get in our best 11. And I'm not even just saying that. I'm actually trying to think here. I don't think there is many Man United players that get in Liverpool's strongest 11. I really don't. Shane says, "Hi Jamie, do you watch the kickoff and are you a fan of True Geordie?" I used to watch the kickoff. I used to watch the kickoff quite a lot when they were on YouTube, and it was Boovy, Roy Jennings, and I can't remember the Arsenal fan's name. What was that the Arsenal fan's name? And they let him go. I can't remember his name now. Hugh Wizzy, is that it? Hugh Wizzy? And all that, and Boovy and all that. I used to find that quite a laugh and quite entertaining. Then they went to Twitch, didn't they? And I didn't watch them when they went to Twitch. And now they come back to YouTube, but everyone's left now, ain't they? And Roy Jennings and all that have made their own show called The Club. True Geordie's gone through a bit of a weird. I don't mind True Geordie. I think he's got a good channel and a great channel as well, like almost 2 million subscribers. He's got a lot of influence, but he's gone through he's been a bit of a prick lately, ain't he? And Lawrence McKenna, him and Lawrence are no longer friends either, which is weird. I thought they were like best mates. I don't know what's happened there. But yeah, it's a madness, man. Um, Big up Michael. He said, Shane, that's mad. I remember watching the 77 Euro final with 10 years. I was 10. My dad brought a crappy portable to watch the final. And my old man's not a footy fan. No, big up Michael. That's lovely, though, man. That's lovely. Keep up the good work. Big up, Michael. I appreciate the love. Yeah, Casemiro, because we haven't got a DM. I agree. Angel says I'd have Rashford, Casemiro, maybe Bruno. That's what I'm saying. There's not many, for all the money Man United have spent, there's not a lot of players that we will probably get into our first 11, our strongest 11. This is what I'm saying, man. This is what I'm saying, you know. Um, it, yeah, it's mad. And same with Chelsea right now. I look at Chelsea Football Club. I look at the money they're spending. And apart from Enzo Fernandez, I look at Chelsea's first 11. Apart from Enzo Fernandez, I don't know who I'd have from Chelsea either. It's a weird one. It's a weird one with the football world right now, the money being spent. And this is what I keep saying about transfers and going back to Liverpool is that you can buy a lot of average footballers now. And this is what the problem is that in football right now is that I keep saying this. That's right. And that's why he left because of that comment. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I don't blame Lawrence at all. If that was my wife, my wife's Muslim, and he made that disgusting, horrible joke about Muslims, which is well out of order, and he should have been. I'm surprised he came back from that. I would have left too. I wouldn't have like. You can't say that, man. My wife's Muslim. You can't say that. I'm sorry. That's out of order. Yeah, the man's a bit of a prick at times. There's no doubt about that. You can't say racial jokes like that and think it's funny and get away with it. You just can't. You just can't. Um, where was I? So yeah, transfers these days. What Liverpool's problem is in transfers, and what Liverpool, not just Liverpool, what the problem in football now is, and I keep saying this. Well, back a few years back, not even that long ago. This is how quick football has changed, man. Just a few years back, world-class players got the best pay. So in wages, we're going wages now. World-class players got the best wages in the world. Then you went down a tier. Very good players got very good wages. Good players got good wages. Average player got average wages, and so on and so on. So where you were as a skill set as a footballer, you got paid accordingly. The problem in football now, you got good players getting world-class wages. And that's the issue in football right now. I always say, take Jadon Sancho, a good player. He's not very good. He's not average. He's just a good player. Yeah, he's that sort of bang in the middle footballer. He's on 300 grand a week, which is world class wages. So you've got a good player on world class wages. This is the state of the footballing world right now. People are not getting paid correctly. People are not getting paid correctly. They're not getting paid. People are getting overpaid for the quality of footballer they are. And this is the issue we have in football right now. And this is the issue that is going to carry on in football. And it's the problem that Liverpool have got because our owners in the FSG, they don't do that sort of thing. They won't overpay. They won't overpay a player on their value. They always look for value in the footballer. So our player, if we got a player that we bought who's a good player, but we put him on like 180 grand a week, and we're not playing him because he's a squad player, he's mostly a bench player, but he's a good player to have on the bench to come on games, and he'll play the odd few games there. Our owners are looking at it and go, why are we paying a player that barely plays 180 grand a week? So when it comes up to contract renewals, that player, his contract renewal is not going to go up. So FSG will sell him because they don't see value in that footballer. And that is where Liverpool are stuck at the moment. Because if you go around the league and you go around the world, a lot of top clubs have got substitute benches of players that are not happy to sit on the bench, but they're not going to argue because they're getting paid really well and they will come on and do their bit when they need to. They will come off the bench. They will play the odd game here and there and make a difference. Yeah, and Liverpool need that, but our owners are not going to pay for players that they don't see value in. You know that's the issue at our football club right now, and that's why we probably will never have the squad everyone wishes we did because you know like Jadon Sancho. FSG would never give Jadon Sancho close to 300 grand a week, right? At the age he is, yeah, right. A young lad, he'd have to play every single week, like every single week. And when it came to contract renewals, FSG and then not go up his contract. You know, Jadon Sancho, right, I've got 2 years left on my deal. I want a new deal to stay at the football club. I want my wages to go up. I want my deal to go up. And FSG are not going to go, all right, yeah. They're not going to do that. They're selling because there's no value in that. And that's where we are at a team at the moment. So when we look at our subs bench, FSG want to buy players around that 21, 22 years of age because you can have a team full of them because if they're sitting on the bench and they're not playing much, they're not getting that wage. They're not getting the 150 grand a week at that age. So they're sitting there and it's more value for FSG. So when they do start playing in a year or two's time and they get better and better, and it comes up for contract renewals, FHC be like, hey, we'll renew your contract because we see value in you. They're never going to buy players that people want that sit on the bench and have a squad impact because our owners won't see that as value. They just don't. And that's the issue a lot of fans have. And I don't always blame the owners for that. To be fair, they didn't ruin the market. You know, the market has been ruined by the super wealthy, paying what they want and getting away with FFP and stuff like that. That's where the market's been ruined. So, as I say, a few years ago, world class players got world class wages, and the accordance of what your skill set was as a player, you sort of got that wage and contract. Now you're seeing the opposite. You're seeing very good, average, good players getting world class wages, and that's the problem in football right now, in my opinion. Big up Rishi with another super chat. He says, "Does Andre have a release clause?" I believe so. I believe it's 36 million. I believe it's a 36 million pound, $36 million or something like that. Something like that contract. Now $36 million is around, I don't know, 31 million quid. So Liverpool bid $30 million, apparently, according to ESPN Brazil, for Andre, and so about 27, 26 million quid. So it's quite an underbought offer. That's why that's why they rejected it. Apparently, Neil Jones is saying at the moment there is currently nothing to report in terms of defensive signings on the incoming and outgoing front. Yeah, so on the title, I've already talked. Is it Perr Schuurs or whatever his name is? Let me just get it up. So apparently, Liverpool have been looking at the guy from Torino. Is it Perr Schuurs or something like that? I can't pronounce his name properly. I think he's the Dutch centre back. Apparently, Liverpool have been looking at him, according to Ian Doyle and some other journalists, Francis Blatter too, saying that Liverpool do have an interest in Perr Schuurs today. He's at Torino at the moment, and apparently it cost around the £30 million mark that Torino would likely sell for. Apparently, Liverpool have been looking in for a while, but according to some reports like Neil Jones and that today, Liverpool are not looking at centre backs. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Let me know in the chat. Jamie, that's the owners doing the super rich. That's the owners doing the super rich owners like Glazers and Saudis are willing to pay the players to take the money. Can't blame him. Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure. I think Andre's release was 40 million euros or something like that. Yeah, it's something like that. Do you think American owners in general are too tight? And unless we have a Middle Eastern owner, we won't dominate again. Well, it's like people will say about Todd Bowley then, but Todd Bowley's backed by PIC, ain't he? With the Thingy Lake deal, where they have a percentage in there. So a lot of the money is coming from that and not actually Todd Bowley himself. So he's got secret investors. Um, the Glazers don't actually put any money in their pocket for any of the Man United transfers. It just comes out of the club. But then the Glazers take money back from that in dividends. So that's not good. Um, maybe. Yeah, man, he's paid more than Virgil. That's what I'm saying. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. James is saying it's 40 million euros. Oh, 40 million euros. There you go. 40 million euros. Go be a long season. We don't get a new defender in. Big up SSB. Yeah, like Perr Schuurs is apparently liked by Liverpool. They've been following him at Torino. He's obviously a Dutch centre. I believe he's a Dutch centre half, so Virgil will know him as well. But apparently we're not interested in a defender. It's a weird one because I look at Virgil and Canate and they're solid. I've got no problem with them two at the back. I don't think anyone has. You know, if we can get the system right, Virgil and Canate could be an amazing partnership at the back. Canate gets his little injuries from time to time. We know. Hopefully Virgil stays fit and he's fine. But Canate does get his little knocks from time to time. And then our backup is Joel Matip, Joe Gomez, and Nat Phillips right now. So a few years back, I'm proper happy with that back line. 3 years ago, I'm pretty happy with Van Dijk, Matip, if it was Canate then, but it weren't. But Van Dijk, Matip, Gomez, I was pretty happy with our back line. But I feel like Matip should have gone this summer, in my opinion. I think this was the year Joel Matip should have probably been let go and sold. Joe Gomez, I can understand why they keep hold of Joe Gomez because Joe Gomez can play in right back position and can play centre back, so he's a bit more versatile as a defender. Plus he's homegrown, so that's a massive benefit to Joe Gomez. Plus they gave him a massive contract. Joe Gomez only recently signed a huge contract, so he ain't going nowhere. So if them four the centre backs we got are going nowhere, and you got Nat Phillips as well as the fifth centre back, there is no way Liverpool go buy a centre back this summer. We've got 5 centre backs at the football club. Now, no matter what you and me guys think about these players, that some of them should have gone, like Nat Phillips should have gone, and Matip should have gone, leaving just 3 centre backs, and then you can go and buy a Perr Schuurs or something like that as your full centre back. That's all fine. But there's no way this football club are buying a centre back when we have got 5 centre backs on our books. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Now, whose fault is that? I don't know. I don't know whose fault that is. Is it the owner's fault? Is it Jurgen Klopp's fault? I think Klopp likes Joe Gomez. I think he likes Matip. I think he thinks he's maybe got another year or so in their legs that he can use this season. Or the club just thought, right, we just need to update the midfield this year and they update the defence next summer. That's what I feel anyway. I feel like next summer, I think Liverpool upgrade their back line. I think we look at a new left back next summer, and I think we look at a new centre back next summer. I think we get 2 centre backs in next summer and a left back. I think we're looking at left backs to replace Robbo, and I think we got to eventually look for a young centre back right now that can take over Virgil. We have got to start thinking about that. The Virgil thing, Liverpool have got to start putting that in their minds that they need a Virgil replacement eventually. So I think next summer they'll look for the Virgil replacement, and they get another centre back in as well as cover. So I think 2 centre backs and left back is what Liverpool look at next summer. Personally, I don't think they will. They will look at it this summer. I think it's all about the midfield this summer. I think that's what they're doing. They did the forward line last. If you look at the way they've done it, last summer and last winter, they did the forward line. So Darwin and Gakpo came in. So Darwin, Gakpo, Salah, Diaz, and Jota. They've done that forward line. This summer, if you look at it, they've got rid of a lot of midfielders and they're bringing midfielders in and trying to update the midfield. And then by the look of it, then next summer, they will do the centre. It's like we're doing each position on the pitch summer at a time, transfer windows at a time. So last summer, Darwin came in January, Gakpo came in. So last season, we did our forward line. This season, it looks like we're doing our midfield. And then next season, it looks like we'll do our defence. So it does look like we're doing like the positions on the pitch every season. You know, if you think about it like that, it makes sense. Like it don't make sense that we should do it that way, but it does look like that's the way we've done it. Last summer, Darwin came in the winter, Gakpo came in, that upgraded our forward line. This summer, we're updating the midfield, not touching any other position on the pitch. And then it looks like next summer we'll do our defence. I think that's the way we're doing it. I literally think that's the way we're doing it, which is maybe not the way to do it. Maybe we should go and like we've got a midfielder, let's get a centre back in, then go back to the midfielders. But it looks like that's the way the club are doing it. I don't know why, but no. Tad's gonna have to make another account. Big up, Daz. Yeah, like some this morning, guys. Again, I was late because of Google updated all their terms and conditions overnight, so you had to accept all Google's new terms and conditions, and because of that, they log you out of all your Google stuff. So I had to try and remember my YouTube account, my Google accounts, my Twitter account. Oh, nightmare. That's why I was late today. But yeah, big up to everyone in chat. Thank you for being here. I do really appreciate it. But guys, that is pretty much. Hang on, what's this? Sources within Chelsea camp were surprised by Liverpool's late bid for Moses Caicedo, but also felt that Reds were insane in submitting a huge bid at the last minute. So they remain calm and confident they'll get the midfielder. Hey, have him. We got walked out with Endo. We got Endo, man. I got some. Here's some bit of news, guys. Here's a bit of news. Wait there. Hold the phone. It was Jurgen Klopp and sporting director George Schmack who pushed for Taro Endo's signing once it became clear that Caicedo and Lavia were heading for Chelsea. So this is news coming out today. So it was Jurgen Klopp and sporting director George Schmack who pushed for Endo's signing once it became clear Caicedo and Lavia were heading for Chelsea. So that tells me he was on their list. So that tells me on that list that we were told about that Liverpool have names on that list. Wataru Endo's name was on that list because Klopp and George Mack went to him straight after it became clear they couldn't get Caicedo and Lavia. There you go. There you go. That's an interesting one, man. Very interesting. So it was Klopp, and so when Klopp did his press conference the other day, for the Bournemouth game, and he said it was him who wanted Wataru Endo, and now we're getting written proof that, you know, it was Klopp who pushed for Wataru Endo. There you go. Klopp's the man. You know, that was Klopp's decision. You know, I've been saying this the whole time. It's very easy to always have a go at the owners about everything, but Jurgen Klopp, if he wants a player, he's going to get that player usually. And he wanted Endo and he got Endo. So who do we blame if it don't work out? Wataru Endo was wanted by our manager and the owners gave him the player our manager wanted, that's the job of the owners, ain't it? Getting the players the manager wants. You know, I'm just going to leave it there because if I say any more, I'm going to get cancelled. You know what I mean? If I say any more, I'm going to get cancelled. But I think Endo's going to be a good footballer, so I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered by this. This is everyone who's got agendas. This goes out to all the people that have got agendas in the world and keep holding them agendas all the time. I'm not bothered, me. I think Retire Endo's going to be all right. And I think it could be a shrewd bit of business. And I think he could shut everyone up. And for me, it could be all right. I'm not bothered by it. But I know there's people that hold on to their agendas in this world, and they can't hack the truth. They can't hack the truth. Guys, go and smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button as well. And I really, really do appreciate it, guys. I really do. Before I go, I want to say my sister might be watching because she does watch a lot of the time. So Kelly, if you are watching, happy birthday to you. It's my sister's birthday today. She's 40 today. She joins the 40 club with me. She's 40 years of age today. So in the chat, if she is watching, can you say happy birthday to my sister in the chat? Happy birthday, Kelly. I will see you soon. I hope you're having a great day. Happy birthday to you. And everyone in the chat, please leave your birthday wishes to my sister. I would appreciate it. She'd love it as well because she does watch the channel. So yeah, she does watch the channel all the time. So happy birthday, Kel. Hope you have a great day. I want to see you soon. Much love. Guys, that's me done for today. I will be back tomorrow for another Jamie Phillips coffee morning show. So make sure you join me tomorrow. I'm getting someone to design an outlay for me and a thumbnail for me that goes with this coffee morning thing. So look out for that. And then we'll be back tomorrow with that. And then Friday, we got a couple of shows on Friday. We've got the coffee morning on Friday. And then at 5 p.m., we've got our video for the match preview with Newcastle with myself, James Redmond, Ben from Anfield Talk as well. So make sure you are checking that out as well. Big up to everyone in the chat. Thank you very much. Appreciate the love. I'll see you again tomorrow. Enjoy your day, guys. Bye-bye for now.